Hello everyone, singer-songwriter James Hardiment here with a brand new episode of Bridge to the Seaway, my official podcast where I let you know things going on in my life as an artist, a musician, a filmmaker. I've got lots of cool, fun projects on the go right now. Let's get started. So on my merch store right now, my official website, jameshardiment.square.site, you're going to find a lot of cool new products. I have new clothing with the Q for Your Height Records logo, which was actually designed by Jeremy Saibanski. The whole story behind the Q for Your Height Records name is actually one evening I was having a dream, and it was a dream about this gremlin at a biker bar, and this gremlin was measuring women with a tape measure, and in a raspy sort of voice he would say that they were cute for their height. And I thought that was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I've got to name my record label after that. So yeah, that's the inspiration behind the name. And I've been producing new generation Italo disco, which is like a sort of 80s dance music, indie pop, like the stuff that I like to listen to, fun dancey pop songs generally. I have 3 albums produced now. I've got Wine, which came out in 2017. Then I have Rescue Me, which came out in 2023, and then I have now Fade Out, which is just launched. CD is available to purchase. I'll have a link in the description below. It's a special edition, so it's going to have a little 10-piece booklet inside. I have some photography pictures in there and some photographs of me from over the years, and I intend on releasing special editions of all the albums in the next few weeks. As of yesterday, this is December 5th, I'm recording this, December 4th was the launch of the CD itself, and it gets shipped worldwide. I believe in Canadian dollars it was around the $30 mark when I checked. There may be taxes and fees on top, but again, it's all made on a small scale, which is why, and I'll only receive a percentage of the royalties. But it's pretty cool. I made it look like it was a vinyl record, the CD, and I'm actually working on a vinyl release as well, possibly even cassette, depending on what I can do with that website and the print-on-demand services. So far, I've been very impressed. Yeah, and back to the merchandise. I have new hoodies, jackets, coats, Christmas ornaments, a variety of products, as well as you can order my framed photography. For those of you who don't know, one of my passions as an artist has also, over the years, been photography. So I take a lot of nature photos and just photos of cityscapes and whatever I find interesting. And sometimes I'll print these pictures, frame them, and sell them in local markets. For example, in the Cornwall Square, I recently sold some photography as part of one of the Christmas market days. It was a Sunday, I believe I was there. And Modern Primitive is a store upstairs in the mall where I sometimes sell my photographs as well. They have an open day where vendors are welcome. I believe the next one is this coming weekend, Saturday, December 6th. I don't know if I'm going to attend because I think I have other commitments with my other job at the moment. But I do recommend going out there and showing your love and support for the local vendors. And they're always changing, whoever wants to show up. Basically, we've got, sometimes people selling candles and crystals out there. It's really fun. And yeah, no, so like I said, the merch is out. It can all be ordered online. Some of the products I do make for local pickup, but it will specify, and yeah, it's exciting. I'm so happy I was able to get another album done. It's 18 tracks, so it's called Fade Out, and Fade Out discusses AI in the modern world, its usage, and the misuse of surveillance, which is something I did touch on in my prior album, Rescue Me. So there is a song on Rescue Me called Sense. And it's all about how we live in these sort of digital clouds where all of our information is shared or misshared around regardless of whether we want to or consent to it or not. A lot of the privacy agreements, the terms and conditions you read, you just click on it and you let it go. But I always found it interesting because, I'd be, over the years, if I worked in, in certain environments, you have people get upset over, you collecting their information. But at the same time, they'll just click every box, and sign up for anything, that's convenient for them without thinking. But yeah, that's basically how you know, how the modern world is, right? Like everything is collected, and if you have the know-how and know what you're doing, you can find all that information. Not to mention all the alleged and also existing surveillance technologies that that are not actually as expensive as you'd think to purchase. I mean, I've been reading a lot about different devices that operate wirelessly long-range microphones, hidden cameras that can be hidden inside door screws, very tiny, interesting and scary things, as well as there's obviously key logging, where you can sort of, a computer can figure out, an algorithm can figure out what I'm typing right now based on what every key sounds like, right? You can train models to run off that sort of thing. So there's lots of different ways. You get into sort of the mind weapon territory, where there are allegedly mind weapons that can basically read your thoughts, voice the skull. They sit in a surveillance van. So that's something I discuss in Fade Out, is these alleged alleged weapons that are supposed to exist, that are being misused by governments and militia groups to basically target individuals, give them artificial signs of headache, tinnitus, or tinnitus, I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but anyways, there's a whole documents were leaked from a Freedom of Information Act request, according to what I read anyways. But yeah, like I said, it's a scary thought, no pun intended. So I imagine that in the future, maybe they will sell sort of like, almost like Faraday cage helmets or something, or hats, you can wear to protect your thoughts from being read and scanned. The same way a wallet has that RFID protection to protect your debit credit purchases. So yeah, there's a few songs that in the new album that discuss this, and AI as well. Another one, You're Not Crazy, which is all about people getting headaches and other symptoms from living in the digital age, and all the wireless information passing through us at all times, which we're assured is not harmful in small doses. However, who's to say? I mean, all I ever think about is how for years, in the past, when you do your history projects, I have an old magazine where smoking used to be endorsed by doctors, right? When you go way back in time, I got an old magazine from like 1946. I once got at a thrift store, and all the advertisements are like, oh, smoke this, the doctor says this, smoke this, brand this, cigarettes or whatever. And it turns out it was obviously they were all just being paid to lie. So I just hope, and well, I just wonder if it's the same sort of a situation with all this, like, oh yes, cell phones are safe, everything's great, and then people are, getting headaches and sick, and all these alleged things that are supposedly exist. Havana syndrome, which is all basically there was a whole situation where a U.S. embassy in Cuba, the staff had to go home. They were complaining of headaches and intense pain, and it's alleged it was these mind weapons, right? And these and then there's people who come onto the TV. I've seen all kinds of clips, and how many are real, how many are fake, I don't know. But there's people who come onto the television like, there's no such thing as this type of weapon, blah blah blah, but all I think of is the filmmaker in me anyway thinks of stuff like that. So it's been a big inspiration, to say the least, and obviously until it's fully proven and brought out. But I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube that are, I think, real ones, of people, there's scientists and professors and whatnot that are testing out different wireless devices. For example, there is an LRAD weapon that is used for crowd control even now, and it's like a sort of a sound cannon that blasts sound, and apparently it feels like you're getting burned with a kettle. Whew, it makes you move and shake, and you see the videos, the military tests of it, and also the police, and also these like sort of university groups testing out these. Looks like almost looks like an LED light, like a big lamp. You just point it. Pretty scary to think that it can, you don't see anything. I mean, there's lots of scary things, really, but yeah, well, that's one thing that I think of. It comes to mind, as well as what was the other one I was looking at the other day? It was very interesting and scary at the same time. We just talked about LRAD, sound cannon. Oh yes, there's a speech jamming device. I saw that tested on a gentleman who specializes in all this wireless tech. He has a YouTube channel, and he was testing a device on people where you basically point this device at someone, and it's hard to speak, just figure out your words, it almost like blocks your receptors or something. I don't know. It's very, very interesting. And even if these were just faked videos, which again I don't think they were, even if they were just faked videos, it's an interesting idea and concept to explore as an artist, right? When you're discussing like possible futures or even present times, you know. Just think about how many people may or may not have been set up with sabotage using this means. If these things have existed for a long time, but were only, you know, in the shadows, not in the public eye. So yeah, and yeah, so that's pretty much that. Katahdin, I've been working on a feature film called Katahdin. Now, unfortunately, the reason why there's been delays, the movie's finished, but I am trying to make sure everybody gets paid for the time before I release the film. I want to do some kind of a premiere at a local area, Cornwall, Ontario, a local venue. I've been discussing possible venues, and I have some things possibly lined up. And unfortunately, what has happened was last year, I was let go from a job, my full-time job. I'm not going to go into any details about it, except that it was unexpected. Let's put it that way. So my part-time job, I had to make buy on, and I was sort of working my contract work. Of course, I have some great clients. I do website photography, video services. I DJ, I sing. I'm a performer, I'm an entertainer, and a lot of that has helped pay the bills as well. So I appreciate my clients, and a shout out to everyone that has worked with me, collaborated with me, or been a client of mine. I will continue to offer the high quality service that I offer, and yeah, exciting stuff. So I appreciate that, and of course, if you buy merch and support me that way as well, that also pays for all the team and the collaborators I work with, because I believe in working hard for my time and creating products for people to enjoy, which is why I do what I do. I mean, I've always wanted to make art full time. Unfortunately, I don't, and I do it part time, but at the same time, I don't want to just do exclusively art. I like to be a salesman. I like to do many different things. I like meeting people and helping them with their businesses, figuring out their marketing needs in a way that is not just like, you know, I hate the ones that feel sort of scammy. I'm just trying to help you on your budget, your price, you know, that you're working with, and trying to be as effective as I can be with the, you know, time and budget allotted. So I think overall I've had some very positive reviews from that, so I'm happy about all that. And again, I've got some great websites I helped create, which have been helping my clients you know, achieve their business dreams and goals. And at the end of the day, my mission is, my dream I guess, is to create jobs and help people create jobs, and not just go up on a podium and say, oh, we're going to make 10,000 new jobs. No, I want to actually work hard and make jobs by, you know, creating art projects and whatnot. And it's just unfortunate the way things went. It's been a weird, I'd say, 10-15 years, but in the end, you know, hard work and perseverance is the true character, right? Judge of character, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, I'm fumbling my words here. It's because I'm on the spotlight. Ooh, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, anyways, I really appreciate what you guys do, the fans who stayed loyal and are continuing loyal, and the new fans that I discover every day. The music shows I've been a part of, doing live performance after the, you know, everything came to a close in the 2022, and you go outside again. You know, you know, I started doing live shows, live performances, which have been positively received. Performing my original albums. I've worked in the community with karaoke and doing other things as well. I've been hired on as to collaborate with, like for example, one of the actors in my movie, a very talented singer in the area, Elvis impersonator Johnny Umang. He's been in a few music videos with me. He's collaborated on a lot of my projects. I appreciate him greatly, and he's also one of my better clients. Him and his producer have hired me many times to set up the live performances, and I can do the same for you as well. One of the many services I offer. We could even do a big package where I can record you if you have the you know, the budget for it. We could do whatever we need to do, and I can bring in as many people as we need. I also have drone if we need drone shots. I've done some real estate photography work. I've been very busy. It's just that, like I said, it's been a catch-up process as I had to scramble and think on my feet. So again, anyways, I'm going to love you guys and leave you for now. Remember, check out the new CD. Check out the new music. If you want to book me for a live show, I'm available. Well, I'm not always available, but I am if you book me well enough in advance and we agree on a date and everything else and a venue. I can do weddings, commercials, marketing. I've built websites, e-commerce stores for clients. Bicycle World is one of my bigger clients right now, and I've been helping Al with his stuff. It's been really fun helping Al create his bicycle e-commerce store, adding inventory on a daily basis. Well, not daily basis, but regularly. So now we've got all of the new winter stuff out on the website, which is really cool. Really exciting, and I like outdoor sports. He does skis, he does snowboards, snowshoes. There was some for like $99.99 or something on the website, a bag of snowshoes. They come in 2 different sizes. There's lots of cool products, and again, I am paid by Bicycle World to do work with them. He's a client, so I'm just talking about something I did that's very fun, and actually ties into my lifestyle because I like to cycle. I actually used to ski a lot when I was younger. I'd like to go again soon and start skiing again, and hopefully with this, working with clients like this, I'm able to maybe do that again. So yeah. And what I'll try to do is I'll try to get back into doing the whole interview thing, because I know a lot of people enjoyed the interviews with the artists in the community and just business owners in the community. I will try to get back into doing that stuff. It's just been sort of juggling around a busy schedule, finishing off a movie, finishing off an album, finishing off a lot of different things, working with clients on their work as well, which obviously took some priority as well. So again, I'm excited for the new releases coming out, and I can't wait to show everyone the new film. So remember, www.jameshardiment.square.site. That's my website. Check it out. I got a shop on there. You can email me, contact me, text me for a list of my services, what I have to offer, and get you a price quote as well if you're looking and interested. And I wish everybody a Merry Christmas if they believe in Christmas, and even if they don't, like I said, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you got to say these days to not be struck down by lightning or something. Anyways, yeah, have a great winter season. That's all for now, folks. Bye.